terrible, man. This is horrible. Look at that. Terrible. Ooh, I got a 99 speed. Well, 98 speed receiver. Never get that. Never have 98 speed ever. Look at this. Someone on you. Terrible. Terrible. I got a sandwich on me. That's horrible. She would do good with that uniform.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage defensively.
Hold up. Yo. 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 Legends never die. Get your ass on this mic. All right, so fuck it. Shit crazy.
Get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
Man, people pick their players so damn fast. Like they pick their plays so fast.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2
Hey, real
remaining
talk.
as we step aside here in this first
If it's
quarter.
the first half, I don't give a damn about using no timeout. Come on now. Oh shit. Shit about to happen again. I know, right? Don't care about using the timeout in the first half. Real shit.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it
Yeah,
officially a loss of 2
I
on the
know.
first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
So are you in a Madden
Now
franchise?
it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it
Are you in
underneath
a
to his
Madden
running back,
franchise?
complete.
You go on
And he'll get it
vacation,
up here this
you
time to
get
the
sim
21.
losses.
So the completion
I
results
hate
there
getting sim
in 9
losses.
yards.
This
And now
guy
we've got a
got
3rd
a
down and
forced
3.
win against me, so I want to see if he really can beat me. I don't think he really can. Straight up.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, he's got the hook to Whittington. And he is going to have the Rams first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And the Rams at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Why already they got videos on YouTube about why Madden 26 sucks? That
First
to
down,
me
they'll
is
go to the ground
unbelievable.
attack. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I
Already.
saw. They ended up
Yeah,
getting 4
already.
sacks in the game. Stayed in the face of the quarterback the
Already.
entire time. Made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That is caught. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
They'll try and run for it. Down the left.
They really called a holding. Really called a holding. That's so terrible.
Do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the punter's on the
This is one of them leagues where, you go for it, they start crying and shit.
And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
To throw is Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Now Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
2nd and 10. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Purdy looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Purdy now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Purdy. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And it's more important there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Handoff here, Garendo. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And across the chalk.
We built that whole line, baby.
Isaac Garendo.
For all that shit. For the viewers, for the stream.
Decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Great. I know.
So I'll leave
Then
it at
100,
7 now
then
as
2,
they kick it away.
3, 1,000.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Just blow up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Stafford.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove.
Oh, yeah, that's touchdown, baby. That's 98 speed. He ain't catching this dude. He ain't catching 98 speed. No, sir.
68 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Love this dude, man.
So
I love this dude.
Nice for the
I don't never have 98 speed. I know, lie.
All thanks points to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this.
Pix is hungry. Pix is hungry. Yeah, Pix is definitely hungry.
The LA
Pix is definitely hungry. Pix is hungry.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Stafford now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Stafford looks to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26.
See, that's that video game shit right there. That's just pick 6.
His caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's Guerrero on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Guerrero. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Isaac Guerrero with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they've wanted to attack.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
That's why you about to get on here. You about to be on here screaming just like me.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Big 20.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. And Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Give me that!
And he'll
My ball.
this one back to the 29. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity.
I could do that.
To capitalize on, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A give running left now, Garindo. Down to about the 22 here. Here's 2nd and 3.
Realize. You said he's the best. My brother, the best assistant coach ever.
Here's 3rd and 3.
I'm gonna win another bowl because of my brother.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
See, that's that Madden bullshit right there. That's what I'm talking about. Like how you got an X Factor Brock Purdy.
What they were trying to tell us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kick the field goal.
And they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could
Field goal, so they don't be on that bullshit.
And his kick is indeed good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this.
And George Kittle wide open, and he overthrows. Shit's stupid.
But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say we should have done.
That's not never gonna happen in real life ever. Brock Purdy get hated on. Brock Purdy get hated on, but that's not going. That's never.
There, though. That still goes as a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He'll let this go for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's trying to give Picks the defensive player of the year.
For them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They're going to get picked off, too.
Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have a Rams first down.
Coming now. You know it's coming now. Prevent.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They begin on the ground with Guerrero. And some room to work. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
I see why your bum ass was asking for a force down. I see why now. I see why you was begging for a force win. I get it.
And the Niners are able to widen their advantage. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Just a gain of a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit. But
If that pressure hadn't got there, that'd have been another pick. Straight up.
You're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team
Gonna throw another pick. You definitely gonna throw another pick doing that shit. Straight up.
They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set. Middle. Zero.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And look at this for the
Nick Bosa, baby. Let's go.
49er defense drops
Nick
him for the
Bosa.
loss. To throw is Stafford. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Monday. 59.
Stafford. Over the middle. He's got the hook up to Whittington. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And
Cannot run the ball.
It's
pass.
Time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Try hard. You're getting this L today. I don't give a damn. Got me fucked up.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Oh,
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
That's all me. Playing around the stick.
Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. shotgun now with Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
That's how you run the ball right there, baby. Let's go. That's how you run the fucking ball. That's how you run the ball, baby. Rendo.
And the Niners are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Wow. That ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Rams on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Monday.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On the give, it's Garindo. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this.
Taking Garindo out.
They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Israel Abanikanda. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Now Moody for the PAT.
I see why you wanted to force one so damn bad. It makes perfect sense.
And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Niners 45, Rams 15. Jake Moody.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
White. 22.
Back to throw. Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. From the 50, Stafford. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now 2nd and 3. Throwing again is Stafford. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Play limit bullshit. Can't even call the same damn plays you want to call. Stupid ass lead.
So they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Again, it's Stafford. Flush to his right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Hell yeah.
Stafford. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
I know, that's proud of those time.
Pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
And his pass is intercepted for the
Yes. I told you Pix was hungry, boy. I told you Pix was hungry. Oh, man, I told you Pix was hungry. Told you he was hungry. That's why your ass, that's exactly why your ass right there begged for a force win. Yeah, because he playing for pride, so he's gonna kick a. Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely a clip. See, here they go, trying to hold me. Wasn't that beautiful though?
It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that
see exactly why you asked for a force win, why you begged for a force win.
Very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces.
So glad you
heading
quit
into
like
the
a
tunnel
punk
as
ass
this one
bitch.
ends, and understandably,
What'd you say?
not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.